Alright, let's just take a breath together. You're probably sitting in your car, phone in hand, staring at the door of an office that feels like a portal to another universe. For so long, your life has been about we, the family, the schedule, the home. And now, you're about to walk into a room to talk about how to dismantle it all. It's a moment that can make you feel incredibly small and utterly alone. For years, you may have been the primary caregiver, the household manager, the one whose own career took a back seat. You've poured yourself into your family, and now you're facing a future that's a terrifying blank page, with 1,000 questions swirling in your mind. How will I support myself? How will I protect my children? Will anyone listen to me? Will anyone fight for me? I need you to understand this. You are not walking in there as a victim. You are walking in there as the architect of your new life. This meeting isn't about them judging you. It's about you hiring the most important advocate you will ever have. You are the one in charge. Your only job for the next hour is to find out if this person in the suit is just a lawyer or if they are the partner you need to secure your future. I'm going to give you the 10 questions that will reveal everything. I want you to listen to their answers, but more importantly, I want you to feel their answers. This is your first step toward reclaiming your voice. The very first thing you need to understand is their specific area of expertise. Divorce isn't just one size fits all, and your situation is unique. You don't want a lawyer who handles car accidents on Monday and corporate law on Tuesday. You need a specialist. So the first question you need to ask is, what percentage of your practice is dedicated to family law? And what is your specific experience representing women in situations like mine? And be specific. If there's a significant income disparity between you and your husband, mention that. If you've been a stay-at-home mother for 15 years, say so. You want to hear them say, a significant portion of my work involves helping women secure their financial future after a long-term marriage. Or, I have extensive experience in creating custody plans that protect the children's stability and well-being. You are listening for recognition and understanding in their voice. You need an advocate who already knows the landscape you're about to navigate. They should understand the subtle biases, the financial complexities of unmingling a life, and the importance of protecting the person who is often the heart of the home. This question isn't just about their resume, it's about their empathy and their experience with your story. Once you know they have the right experience, you need to see how they think strategically. You'll give them the basic outline of your marriage, the kids, the assets, the reasons you're here. Then, you lean in and ask the second question. Based on what I've just told you, what do you see as the biggest challenges and opportunities in my case? And what would be your initial strategy for securing a stable future for me and my children? Be wary of two responses. The first is the overly aggressive lawyer who says, we'll take him for everything he's worth. Divorce isn't a game show, and that approach often leads to more pain and expense. The second is the passive lawyer who says, well, it's hard to say, we'll just have to wait and see what they offer. What you're looking for is a thoughtful, protective strategist. A good lawyer will say something like, okay, our first priority is ensuring financial stability for you and the children. We'll immediately file for temporary support. The biggest challenge might be accurately valuing your husband's business, so my strategy would be to engage a forensic accountant early on. The opportunity here is to craft a creative settlement that gives you the house and a secure support payment, ensuring the kids' lives are disrupted as little as possible. That answer shows they listened, they prioritized your security, and they have a proactive plan. You're looking for a guide, not just a fighter. Let's talk about what might be the hardest part of this whole process: the waiting. The anxiety of sending an email and not hearing back for days can be crippling. Communication is everything. Your third question must be about your connection to them. You need to ask, who will be my primary point of contact? Will I be speaking with you, or will my case be handled by a paralegal? And what is your firm's policy on returning calls and emails? A good firm will have a clear, respectful system in place. It's perfectly fine if a paralegal handles scheduling or document collection, but you need to know who to call when you have a real, pressing fear or question. The crucial part is their policy. You want to hear a confident, we have a firm-wide policy to respond to all client communication within 24 business hours. If they're vague, like, we try our best, but we're very busy, that's a red flag. You deserve to be a priority. You are not just another case file. You are a person going through a life-altering trauma, and you need a team who respects that enough to keep you informed and supported. This question establishes that you expect to be treated with respect. Now, we have to talk about the money. This is often the biggest source of fear, especially if you haven't been in control of the family finances. Please do not be shy about this. This is a business transaction, and you need absolute clarity. This requires 3 separate questions. The first is about the upfront cost. You ask, what is your retainer fee? What does it cover? And when does it need to be replenished? The retainer is a down payment they bill against. Find out the exact amount. Then, ask what that amount is expected to cover. Is it just the initial filing? Does it get you through a first mediation? Then, ask how you'll know it's running out. A professional firm will say something like, we will send you a notification when your retainer balance falls below $2,000, so you are never caught by surprise. This isn't just a legal battle, it's a financial one, and your first move is to demand predictability and transparency. This question is your first step in taking back financial control. The retainer is the entry fee, but the hourly rate is the price of the journey. So, your 5th question, the second part of the financial discussion, is very direct. What are the hourly rates for everyone who will work on my case? You need a clear list. The senior partner's rate, an associate's rate, a paralegal's rate. Understanding this structure is empowering. You'll realize that a quick question about a form can be sent to the paralegal for a much lower cost than a long rambling phone call with the lead attorney. Every email, every phone call, every document review is being billed. Getting this list isn't just about knowing the costs. It's about learning how to manage them. It transforms you from a passive passenger into an active participant in your own case. It's a practical skill for a new life where you will be the one in charge of your budget. This brings us to the 6th question, the one that truly helps you plan for your future. It's the one most lawyers are hesitant to answer, but you need to insist. You ask, can you give me a realistic, good faith estimate of the total cost of this divorce? I understand there are no guarantees, but based on your experience with cases like mine, could you provide a range for 2 scenarios? One where we can settle through mediation, and one where we have to go to a full trial. They might say it's impossible to predict. You can respond, respectfully, I appreciate that, but I need to be able to plan for my new life. A general range based on your past experience would be incredibly helpful. An honest lawyer will level with you. They might say, if we can resolve this collaboratively, you might be looking at a total of $20,000. If he decides to fight you on custody and support, and this goes to trial, it could be upwards of $80,000. Hearing that number might be shocking, but it's also power. It gives you the information you need to make rational decisions. Is it worth spending $15,000 in legal fees to fight over an issue that's only worth $5,000? This question is about getting the data you need to become the CEO of your new life. Now, let's talk about the other side of the table. The lawyer your husband hires will dramatically affect the tone, cost, and emotional toll of your divorce. Your 7th question is about gathering intelligence on them. You ask, have you worked against my husband's attorney before? If so, what is their reputation and style? This is where a seasoned local specialist is invaluable. They'll know exactly who you're up against. They might say, yes, I know him. He's reasonable and professional. He doesn't like unnecessary conflict, which is good for all of us. Or they might say, be prepared. She is known for being extremely aggressive. She files motions constantly to drive up costs and wear people down. We'll need a strategy to counter that. This isn't about gossip, it's about strategy. Knowing what to expect prepares you mentally and allows your lawyer to tailor their approach, potentially saving you months of agony and tens of thousands of dollars. A good lawyer-client relationship is a partnership. You are a team. To show that you are ready to be an active member of that team, your 8th question should be, what is the best way I can partner with you to help us achieve the best possible outcome? This question immediately shows that you are organized, responsible, and ready to do your part. It also reveals how they view their clients. Their answer will be telling. They'll likely say something like, the best thing you can do is be completely honest with me, even when it's difficult. Gather your financial documents promptly, and try to communicate with me through organized emails rather than multiple calls. Most importantly, let me handle the legal fight so you can focus on yourself and your children. This question sets a collaborative tone and gives you a clear roadmap for how you can contribute to your own success. It's about building a team. Every lawyer has a different approach, a different philosophy. You need to make sure their philosophy aligns with your goals for your family. Your ninth question is, what is your philosophy on using collaborative methods and mediation versus going to trial? Many women, especially mothers, want to minimize conflict to protect their children from the emotional damage of a drawn-out court battle. If your goal is to find a peaceful, fair solution, you don't want a lawyer who sees every case as a war to be won. You want to hear that they see trial as a last resort, not a first option. Conversely, if you are dealing with a controlling or unreasonable spouse, you need to know that your lawyer is willing and able to fight vigorously for you in court when necessary. This question is about ensuring your advocate's approach matches the needs of your family. It's about finding a lawyer who has the right tools for your specific situation. Finally, you cannot walk out of that office feeling more lost than when you walked in. You need a sense of direction. You need action. Your 10th and final question is designed to give you that. You ask, if I decide to hire you today, what are the first 2 or 3 steps we will take to get this process started and protect me and my children? An organized, effective lawyer will have an immediate answer. First, we will have you sign the engagement letter and pay the retainer. Second, we will immediately file a petition with the court, which puts a temporary financial restraining order in place to protect your assets. Third, I will send you a detailed list of the financial documents you need to start gathering. That answer is music to your ears. It's a plan. It's forward motion. It's the sound of someone taking chaos and starting to create order. It's the first concrete step away from the life that is ending and toward the life that is beginning. So, that's your guide. 10 questions that will arm you with the information you need. But when you walk out of that office, I want you to do one last thing. Take a moment and just listen to your intuition. Forget the answers on the page and ask your heart, how did I feel in that room? Did I feel seen? Did I feel that my concerns, especially about my children, were truly heard? Did this person give me a sense of confidence and hope, or did they add to my fear? The person you hire will be your confidant, your strategist, and your champion during one of the most vulnerable times of your life. You must trust them. This process is daunting, but you are so much stronger than you know. You have taken this first brave step. And to help you walk into that office feeling fully prepared, I've put together a complete guide for you. It's linked right there in the description below this video. It has all 10 of these questions, a printable checklist you can take with you, and some extra bonus tips on red flags to watch for during the consultation. It's completely free, my gift to you. Go grab it so you have everything you need right in your hand. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of your chapter, written in your own words. Now go in there and find the advocate who will help you write it.